Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Ludington Oriole basketball on the Orioles Sports Network. The voice of the Orioles, Scoop Hansen, along with the color commentary man, statistician Gary Castoni, our cameraman Trayvon Trey Wenzel, and whiz kid number 2, our OSN technical engineer Abby Rodriguez with us. Tonight, the Ludington Orioles will be truly tested as they take on a very tall Traverse City Central Trojans team. Traverse City Central 8-3 on the year. They are 2-2 in the Big North Conference. The Trojans have players who are 6'7", 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", 6'4", and 6'6". And that's just talking about their players, folks, that are over 6'4".
And none of them are string beans either. They're all pretty well put together.
And definitely, and the JV game just finished. And Ludington, the Traverse City Central JV team, a very tall team as well. Ludington's JV fall tonight to Traverse City Central by the score of 43-31. Taking a look at the TCC Trojans, again, 8-3 overall, 2-2 in the Big North. Their losses this year have come to Cadillac in overtime, 47-41, Petoskey 58-52, and Lansing Everett by the score of 74-70. Of course, Lansing Everett, famous Cassie for
Erwin Magic Johnson.
That's where Magic Johnson played his high school ball before becoming a Michigan State Spartan and then going on to superstardom with the Los Angeles Lakers. The victories this year for the Trojans have come against Sault Ste. Marie 53-31, Dearborn 76-52, Bay City Western 51-41, White Lake Lakeland 60-51, Traverse City St. Francis 48-35, Gaylord 59-38, Elk Rapids 53-48, and most recently they defeated their arch rival Traverse City West by the score of 59-57.
The Traverse City St. Francis one that surprises me.
With how close it was?
Yeah.
48-35, yep. St. Francis always they put good teams out there no matter what sport they're playing in. Ludington Orioles 7-2 overall on the season, 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. The Orioles' only losses this year coming in their first 3 games. 2 out of their first 3 games, they fell to Reese Puffer 51-36 and Fremont 73-63. They defeated Muskegon Catholic 55-23, Muskegon Western Michigan Christian 55-44, Grand Rapids West Catholic 50-38, Zeeland East 57-53, Benzie Central 72-55, Manistee 57-26. Most recently, Muskegon Heights 59-33. Orioles on a 6-game winning streak. Their tallest team they played up to date, Zeeland East. This Traverse City Central team, Cassie, is taller than Zeeland East.
Oh, quite a bit. The Zeeland East player was 6'11", but they don't have anybody 6'11", but overall they got a lot of height.
They certainly do. Last night, Ludington girls defeated their county rivals, Mason County Central, at Scottville by the score of 61-30. Coach John Stowe has got his Orioles playing some really good basketball, Cassie. They've won 8 games in a row, and they've done it in a variety of ways, mainly with defense.
That's all defense. They've holding them under 30 points a game.
We'd like to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Orioles sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. We're going to step aside for a couple of minutes. When we return, more of the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show right here on the Orioles Sports Network. House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me back in the 1940s. We're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and I'm excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go O's!
Welcome back to Venerable Hawley Gymnasium, the Oriole Sports Network with you. Last night again, Ludington girls defeated Mason County Central 61-30 to move to 8-1 on the year. 8-game winning streak. They are 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. Ludington boys currently 7-2 on the year, 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. After tonight, we have a girls-boys varsity Lakes 8 Conference doubleheader coming your way this Friday from Muskegon Orchard View. Oriole Sports Network will be on the air around 5:40 with the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show. 6 o'clock with the tip-off. That's Ludington against Muskegon Orchard View. You're watching the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's-eye view of local sports. In the JV game tonight, Ludington falls by the score of 43-31. Ludington outscored 13-11 by the Trojans in the first quarter, 9-6 in the second quarter. They trailed 22-17 at the half. They were outscored 10-2 in the third quarter. They were down 32-19 entering the fourth quarter. They outscored Traverse City Central 12-11 in the fourth quarter. They fall 43-31. The Orioles coached by Jamie Sycon. Individual scoring for Ludington JV tonight. Tyson Pettinato had 6 points. 5 points for Dylan Eaton, 2 for Wilson Gunsel, 3 for Nathan Gilchrist, 6 for Chase Hackert, 6 for Aiden Gilchrist, 1 for Caleb Smith, 1 for Trey Ferfinski, and 1 for Gabe Hoganson. And Ludington fall by the score of 43-31. Taking a look at some of the games the Orioles will have coming up, Cassie. A week from tonight, they have Traverse City West coming to town. West is about middle of the pack in the Big North Conference. They fell, of course, to the team Ludington's playing tonight, Traverse City Central, by the score of 59-57. Also, Cadillac is on the horizon. Cadillac girls and boys both undefeated. Both the boys 9-0 at last check, the girls 8-0. So Ludington's got some good stiff competition coming up.
Yeah, we'll get a little measuring point tonight where we stand, maybe going against Cadillac or West next week.
Again, we'd like to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. Pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. At this time, we'd like to thank Ludington Paint and Glass. They have been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint, the local source for all your painting projects. Give either owner Matt Ewing or glass installation specialist Mark Cooper a call at 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at www.ludingtonpaint.com. And at this time, we want to take a look at the LP&G points and the paint leaders from last game when Ludington defeated Muskegon Heights, and the points and the paint leaders from Friday night's game against Heights, which Ludington won Peyton Lacombe with 12, and Jake Plamondon with 10 were the top two leaders in Ludington Paint and Glass points in the paint. So congratulations again, Peyton Lacombe and Jake Plamondon. Ludington Paint and Glass rebounds off the glass leaders. Peyton Lacombe with 7, Riley Calhoun with 6. So again, a big thank you to Ludington Paint and Glass. This time we're going to step aside for 60 seconds. When we return, more of the Oriole pregame show right here on the OSN.
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike
House
Benedict
of
from
Flavors
Benedict Auto Center.
Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Welcome back to Hawley Gymnasium, the OSN with you. Scoop Hansen, Cassie Castoni, Abby Rodriguez, and Trey Wenzel. Ludington and Traverse City Central both on the court warming up right now. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the tip-off here between the Orioles and the Trojans. I'd like to send a shout-out to the mom and fiance of Traverse City Central head coach Travis Schuba, and they are actually watching the game tonight. I'm not sure if it's his mom or fiance or both watching from Rapid City, Michigan. That's TCC Trojan head coach Travis Schuba. Also, assistant coach Shane Miller said his mom was going to be watching from Florida. So thank you to head coach Travis Schuba and assistant coach Shane Miller's moms, and also Coach Schuba's fiance tuned into the OSN tonight. And also to all of you folks who are tuned into the OSN, if you'd like a shout out, just chime in. We'll do our best to give you a shout out. First one of the evening goes out to Nicole Martinez. Also, Fran Schuba, she says, thank you. You're more than welcome. That's got to be Coach Schuba's mom right there listening from Rapid City, Michigan. Thanks for tuning in to the Oriole Sports Network. Also, Aaron Prisbilla, and hopefully I pronounced your name right. If I butchered it, I apologize. Beata Needham tuned in. She says, let's go O's, because she's at the game now with her mom, Mary. And Carol Pomorski, let's go O's. You got this. Aaron Prisbilla, and again, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. She says, go Trojans, tuning in from Rapid City. Now, that's got to be Coach Schuba's fiance. I'll bet you, Abby, that is his fiance. Well, you know, we're the Oriole Network, but we have a lot of their opponents. Fans love to tune in to check out the competition between their team and the Orioles, which is a good thing. So, all right, Cassie, I was talking to head coach Charlie Gunsel, Ludington football coach Charlie Gunsel, gave me a little heads up that next year, come next fall, or I should say this fall, and Ludington has got a couple new teams on the schedule. One of them will be the Sparta Spartans. Ludington will play them in Week 2 at Oriole Field, and in Week 8, they will take on the Morley Stanwood Mohawks. They're still looking for a Week 7 opponent.
It sounds like they're beefing up the schedule, which they're going to have to do if they want to make the playoffs.
Sparta and Morley Stanwood both will be very good competition. See Mr. Oriole in attendance, Mike Larson, sitting right across from us here. And at this time, we'd like to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Where your success is our success, we belong to you. Visit them at 1200 East Tinkham or give them a call, 843-2323. That's Safe Harbor Credit Union. At this time, we are going to step aside for a couple of minutes The national anthem will be played here at Hawley Gymnasium. And when we come back, we will have the Safe Harbor Credit Union starting lineups coming your way. You are watching the OSN, the Oriole Sports Network.
This is Kyle with Safe Harbor Credit Union. We're excited to work.
Hi, this is Aaron Doan from State Farm. We are proud to sponsor Oriole Sports Network this year. We want all our listeners to know that we are actively involved in the health insurance choices coming up for the auto reform next year and the choices you have to make for your health insurance coming up this fall. So if we can give you a hand in those choices, let us know. Aaron Doan here at State Farm out on the highway.
Aaron Doan Agency and State Farm support Orioles Nation. Go Orioles!
McGee Insurance Group, your number one Oriole fans. Auto Owners Insurance and McGee Insurance Group is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com or call 231-845-5000. That's 231-845-5000. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area schools sports. Welcome back to Hawley Gymnasium. Just had the national anthem performed here by a couple of young ladies. They did a great job with their rendition. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both teams. For the Traverse City Central Trojans, coached by Travis Schuba, assisted by Shane Miller. Starting at the guards, number 10, Peyton Smith. He's a 6'5" senior. And number 11, Carson Bordeaux. He's a 5'10" sophomore. The center, number 32, Carson Briggs, a 6'6" junior. The forwards, number 22, Tyler McCoon, a 6'5" junior. And number 5, Henry Goldcool. He's a 6'7" senior. For the Ludington Orioles, coached by Thad Shank, assisted by Mike Mesher and Terry Simons. Starting at the guards, number 3, Braden Porter. He is a senior. Number 2, Riley Calhoun, a senior. And number 23, Evan McKinley, a senior. The forwards tonight for the Orioles, number 32, Big Jake Plamondon, a junior. And number 42, Peyton Lacombe. He is just a sophomore. Ludington 7-2 overall on the year, 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. Traverse City Central 8-3 overall, 2-2 in the Big North. Cassie, it should be a humdinger of a game tonight. You look out there on the court now, Traverse City Central out there, and you look at the height, Cassie. Their starters go 6'7", 6'5", 5'10", 6'5", and 6'6". Ludington's biggest player, Peyton Lacombe, who's 6'7" 3/4", inching towards 6'8". Then you got Big Jake Plamondon out there. Jake's just about 6'4". Orioles in their white jerseys, orange lettering, orange numerals trimmed in black. The ball tipped and goes out of bounds, and it goes off of an Oriole right there. I think that was Riley Calhoun. Traverse City Central will have it just 2 seconds into the game, and with the ball, number 10, Peyton Smith. Smith will give the ball now to Carson Bordeaux. Bordeaux works it in there to Briggs. His shot no good. He overlaid it. Rebound to Big Jake Plamondon. Yeah, Porter Plamondon got that ball. He got it to Porter. Porter got it up to McKinley. Now over to Plamondon. Traverse City Central in their black jerseys. There's Plamondon's shot. He underlaid it. Long rebound, however, to Peyton Lacombe. The Trojans again in their black jerseys, trimmed gold lettering and numerals trimmed in black. Lacombe will take the three-pointer. No good. Rebound to Calhoun. Riley Calhoun pass is deflected. Coming away with it is Goldcool for the Trojans. Henry Goldcool, three-point attempt is up and off the mark right there. Rebound by Plamondon. That three-pointer was put up by Peyton Smith. Braden Porter has the ball. Porter will give it up now to Peyton Lacombe. Lacombe wears number 42. It's like Peyton Lacombe got himself a fresh haircut. Now to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun's going to go baseline. Now he'll kick it back out to Lacombe. Cross court to Porter. Porter will take the three. No good. Rebound to the Trojans, number 11, Carson Bordeaux. Bordeaux still with the ball. He's guarded there by Calhoun. Now he's being hounded by Porter. Over to Goldcool. Now back to Smith. Trojans will work the ball around. The shot is up. No good there. Missed by Carson Briggs. Lacombe got it going there. Now Porter, his shot no good. McKinley has it. He'll give it back to Porter. Braden Porter with it in the lane. Now he'll dish it to McKinley on the near baseline. McKinley in the paint. McKinley turnaround, up and in! Nice footwork there, a nice pivot by Evan McKinley, and Ludington gets the first points of the game. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the ball game. Ludington up 2-0. Trojans on the attack. Bordeaux with it. Now over to Smith. Smith to McCoon. Ball deflected right there, and it's fought for, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Oriole basketball. Student section getting into it. Looks like tonight the theme over there, Cassie, is NBA jerseys. Actually, there's some college jerseys over there, too. I see a Boston College, and I see some high school basketball jerseys, too. So let's just say it's basketball, and actually, you're right, there are some football jerseys over there as well. Jersey night. Braden Porter with the ball. Porter will give it up now to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun to Plamondon. Jake Plamondon over to Evan McKinley. McKinley back to Plamondon. He's going to go baseline, but he's going to be called for the travel. Jake shuffled his feet there before he got going. Into the Oriole lineup, number 12, Kyle Barnett. He's a junior. And number 44, Brad Mesher. He is also a junior. Ludington up 2-0, 5:02 to go in the opening quarter. Our next broadcast will be Friday night from Muskegon Orchard View. OSN will be with you 5:40 with the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame. 6 o'clock with the tip-off. That's a Lakes 8 Conference girls-boys varsity doubleheader. Here's a shot up and in by Carson Briggs. Ludington 2, Traverse City Central 2. Porter with it in the lane. Now he'll dish it. Barnett, he'll fake the three, give it back to Porter. Braden Porter left alone. Shot is no good, but he's going to draw the foul. And he'll shoot two. Again, we want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Where your success is our success, we belong to you. Visit them at 1200 East Tinkham or give them a call, 843-2323. That's Safe Harbor Credit Union. Braden Porter at the free throw line. His first free throw in and out, no good. Second attempt, good. Porter gets 1 of 2 free throws. Ludington up 3-2, 4:33 to go. In this opening quarter. With the ball for the Trojans, they'll work it in, and they get it to McCoon. Now there's a steal, and Plamondon has it. He'll outlet it to Porter. Braden Porter looking up court. Still with it, loses the ball now. And here come the Trojans. And there's a tie-up. Good job there by Brad Mesher getting the tie-up. The Orioles hustling on the defensive end, getting back, Cassie. showed a lot of hustle on that play. Porter has the ball. Now we'll give it to Plamondon. Big Jake in the paint. Plamondon's shot, no good, but he's hacked, and he'll shoot 2. And you like the aggressiveness early on here by the Orioles. They're facing a much taller opponent, but they're so far taking it to the Trojans. Jake Plamondon at the free throw line. His first shot is good. We want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. They are our exclusive post-game sponsor, Smith & Eddy Insurance. Plamondon, second free throw, no good. Rebound to Lacombe, and Lacombe loses his balance, loses the ball, and coming away with it is Peyton Smith for the Trojans. He'll give it up now to Carson Briggs. Over to Bordeaux. Now to Burnham. Josh Burnham has checked into the game. There's a shot put up and missed there by Goldcool. However, rebound to the Trojans. Boy, a lot of in the inside there. Nice shot put up and in. Number 23, Josh Burnham with the basket, and the Trojans have tied up the Orioles at 4 apiece. Porter with it. Now to Lacombe. Lacombe in the lane, turn around, no good. Rebound to Burnham. Bordeaux with it now for the Trojans. Of course, Traverse City Central, they've had some greats who have played there, Cassie. When you think of Traverse City Central, first you think of Traverse City High School, of course. Now they've split up Traverse City Central and Traverse City West. There's a basket up and in by Henry Goldcool. Porter with a three-pointer and off the mark. Rebound to Peyton Smith. But talking about the Trojans, of course, Dan Marley played there. There's a shot up and in by Henry Goldcool. And all of a sudden, the Trojans have an 8-4 lead over the Orioles. Porter with it. Back to Lacombe. He'll take the three. No good. Rebound, Plamondon, and he's fouled. (8-4), Traverse City Central up, 2:12 to go in this opening quarter. Riley Calhoun will report back into the Oriole lineup. So will Evan McKinley. Calhoun wears 2, McKinley wears 23, and seeing his first action on night number 24, Ben Lehman. 2:12 remaining. Checking into the Trojan lineup, number 4, George Goldcool. Evan McKinley will trigger it in to Brad Mesher. Mesher now over to Peyton Lacombe. Lacombe makes a nice move. Shots up and in. Peyton Lacombe gets the bucket. Ludington now trails 8-6, 1:58 to go in the opening quarter. Tom Kozelko is the other great Traverse City player I was trying to think of, Cassie. Trojans on the attack. Goldcool has it. Goldcool will give it up now to Josh Burnham. Over to George Goldcool. Now Henry Goldcool. He'll give it up to Bordeaux. Back to Goldcool, back to Bordeaux. 1:27 to go. In the corner, three-point attempt up and off the mark. Coming away with it is Evan McKinley for the Orioles. 1:20 remaining in the opening quarter. McKinley to Mesher. Brad Mesher now to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun, nice move in the paint. He'll dish it. Ben Lehman, his shot. God! It's a three-pointer from Benny Lehman. Ludington 9, Traverse City Central 8. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Benny Lehman from that far baseline. Was talking to his mom, Carol, before the game. I asked if Joshua would be listening. She said she thinks he's listening tonight. So a shout out to Joshua Lehman, Ludington Oriole, all-time great basketball player. Trojans with the shot up, no good. And coming away with it is Lacombe for the Orioles. Lacombe will give it now to Calhoun. 36 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Riley Calhoun will dish it back now, and it's just saved right there by McKinley to Lacombe. 23 seconds to go. Coach Shank shouts out one shot to his team. Lacombe now over to Ben Lehman. Lehman to Calhoun. 14 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Ludington up 9-8. Orioles against Class A, Traverse City Central, I should say Division 1. 6 seconds to go. Calhoun give and go. Lacombe will take the shot. It's up. It's no good. Tip, no good. And at the end of one, from Hawley Jim, the Ludington Orioles lead the Traverse City Central Trojans by the score of 9-8. You're watching the Orioles Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
Watson Country and Watson Ludington been proud sponsors of Ludington Athletics, and this fall, anybody who comes in wearing any of the Ludington Orioles logos, we would like to help them by giving back as much as we can and giving them, friends and family, pricing. We just want to thank you and go O's.
Watson Ludington, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealership, is proud to sponsor Ludington Athletics. Go O's! Go O's!
Welcome back to the Orioles Sports Network. An exciting up and down first quarter. Not a lot of scoring, Kazzy, but a lot of action out there. Ludington with a 9-8 lead.
Well, not a lot of shots were taken either. It's just trying to work the ball around.
Traverse City Central with the basketball. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Again, this probably be safe to say the tallest team the Orioles play all year. We thought it was going to be Zeeland East. Now we're going to have a traveling violation on the Trojans. Ludington will get the ball back. On the court for the Orioles, you have Riley Calhoun, Evan McKinley, Braden Porter, Big Jake Plamondon, and also Levi Lehman. Levi Lehman wears number 11. He's just a freshman, seeing his first action of the evening. Braden Porter with the basketball. Porter is guarded there by George Goldcool. He'll give it up now to Calhoun. Give and go there to Plamondon. Big Jake in the paint. His shot's up, and it's no good. Rebound, however, Levi Lehman. And the ball is batted out of bounds, saved there by the Trojans. Carson Bordeaux has it. Bordeaux over to Goldcool. Now to Bordeaux. Playing a little pitch and catch right there with Mitch Stocknick, who's checked into the game for the Trojans. Here's a little teardrop put up and in there by Carson Bordeaux. Traverse City Central 10, Ludington 9, 6:56 to go. Nice move by Porter. What a move by Braden Porter. Boy, looking like Pistol Pete Maravich in the paint right there. A running floater, he gets it to go, and Ludington up 11-10 with 6:43 to go. Trojans on the attack. Goldcool, three-point attempt up and sunk right there. And getting that basket, number 4, George Goldcool. Traverse City Central 13, Ludington 11, 6:29 to go in the opening half. Calhoun will give it up now to Porter. Porter, McKinley near baseline. Evan McKinley shot, no good, but he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line and he'll shoot 2. We want to thank the Arundel Insurance Agency. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Visit the Arundel Insurance Agency, 3408 West US 10 in Ludington, next to Muffler Man and just east of Urcas and Watson's. Call 231-757-3115 or visit ludingtoninsurance.com. Evan McKinley at the free throw line. First free throw is no good. Ludington trails 13-11, 6:20 to go, opening half. McKinley's second free throw, good. Trojans 13, Orioles 12. Traverse City Central with the basketball. Goldcool over to Bordeaux. Now they give it back. Goldcool with it, being guarded there by McKinley and Plamondon. Now foul is going to be called, I believe, on the Orioles' Big Jake Plamondon for over the back. We want to thank Watson's of Ludington, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. People Selection Price, located at 3632 US 10. That's Watson's of Ludington. Oriole fans, be sure and wear your Ludington Oriole logo gear to receive friends and family pricing at Watson's. Now we're going to have an offensive foul called on the Trojans, number 2, Mitch Stocknick. Braden Porter has the basketball. Porter to Plamondon. Jake at the free throw line, still with it. Jake turned around in the lane, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Plamondon. I didn't see any drag there, Cassie.
I didn't either. All he was doing was pivoting on it.
I think the official missed one right there. Ludington trails 13-12, 5:54 to go in the opening half. Oh, the Trojans got lucky right there. Goldcool's pass ended up with Bordeaux. Goldcool to Bordeaux. Back to Henry Goldcool. Now over to three-point attempt, and it's up no good. Rebound Plamondon. That shot was put up by Henry Goldcool. Braden Porter has it now. Porter still with the ball. He'll get it back out on top to big Jake Plamondon. Plamondon now to Mesher. Mesher's pass deflected, but Plamondon comes up with it. Jake Plamondon in the paint. Shot blocked. That shot was blocked there by Caden Warner, who's checked into the Trojans lineup. Stocknick has it now. He'll three-pointer is up, away off the mark right there. Trojans get the ball, however, being fought for. And Traverse City Central coach Travis Schuba gets a timeout. Traverse City Central up 13-12. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Yeah, I thought the team, offensive team had to have control of the ball to call a timeout there, and both ball players were fighting for the ball.
The one referee said he had control on the ground. I don't know how you can have it on the ground control without calling it traveling.
We'd like to thank Benedict Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the roadways. But if you do end up in a scrape, in a fender bender, or with major collision damage, call Mike at 231-613-4111. Mike also reminds you that it is your choice when it comes to selecting a car repair business, and that you can go where you desire to have your vehicle repaired. Benedict's Auto Center, now located at their new location at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Traverse City Central basketball are up 13-12. We're going to have an offensive foul called now on the Trojans, and it's going to be called on number 30, Caden Warner. On the court for the Orioles, Braden Porter, Jake Plamondon, Peyton Lacombe, Kyle Barnett, and Brad Mesher. Plamondon with it now. Lacombe, and Lacombe is going to be fouled. Foul called on the Trojans, number 2, Mitch Stocknick. Ludington led 9-8 after the first quarter. Checking into the Trojan lineup, or re-entering, I should say, number 10, Peyton Smith. Also number 23, Josh Burnham. Got any new shout-outs over there, Abby? Send a shout-out to Rochelle Higgins. Rochelle and Ella Higgins watching on the OSN. They're watching their Orioles from Carlisle, Arkansas. They say, go O's. Alexis Bray has joined. Stephanie Stowe. Soldier says, good luck, Orioles. Also, Scott Grachek is watching in Kissimmee, Florida. Thanks for tuning in, Scott. Peyton Lacombe gets his first free throw. Ludington has tied the game up at 13 apiece. Lacombe takes aim at a second free throw. In and out and in again. Ludington 14, Traverse City Central 13. Got a timeout on the court. A 30-second timeout. And again, we will stay right here, folks, and tell you about some more of our great sponsors, beginning with Calhoun Ayers Plumbing and Heating Incorporated, offering plumbing and heating services in Ludington. They offer services to commercial, residential, and industrial sites. They are licensed contractors and licensed boiler installers. Company president is Greg Calhoun. He's the master plumber. Give Greg a call at 231-843-2724. And also a shout out to Reamer Eye Center, another of our fantastic sponsors. A lifetime of eye care close to home. Reamer Eye Center provides a full range of comprehensive eye care needs for children and adults through northern Michigan. With locations in Ludington, Manistee, Shelby, and Cadillac, patients can receive the best eye care available close to home. In addition to medical and surgical eye care, Reamer Eye Center offers the area's largest selection of designer eyewear and contact lenses. Come in, browse our optical centers. An appointment is not necessary. Reamer Eye Center in Ludington, 5959 West Lawndale. You can also call 845-6261. Central with the basket and getting the hoop there, number 30, Caden Warner. Traverse City Central 15, Ludington 14, 4:14 to go in the opening half. Plamondon with the ball. Now to Kyle Barnett. Barnett will dish it. Lacombe, they leave him open for three. He's going to move the ball in. He's in the paint. Shots up. Oh, in and out, no good. Rebound to the Trojans, number 23, Josh Burnham. Burnham now over to Bordeaux. They'll go into the corner. Boy, Traverse City Central, they really wing this ball around. Good ball movement, but the ball is stolen right there. Mesher comes up with it. That pass was intended for Caden Warner. Mesher will give it back to Porter now. Ludington trails 15-14. 3:37 to go in the opening half. Barnett now to Porter. Porter to Peyton Lacombe. Now to Kyle Barnett to Mesher. His three-pointer is going to be off the mark. Rebound to the Trojans. Coming away with it was Carson Bordeaux. Bordeaux, they'll get it in. The shot is put up there by 23. That's Josh Burnham, no good. Trojans with the offensive board, however. Goldcool, his shot is good. Traverse City Central 17, Ludington 14. 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. Porter with the ball. Now to Barnett. Kyle Barnett's pass batted out of bounds. Ludington will retain possession. Checking in for the Orioles, number 2, Riley Calhoun. Number 24, Ben Lehman. 23, Evan McKinley. And number 11, Levi Lehman. The Orioles trail by 3, 17-14. Ludington JVs losing tonight by the score of 43-31. Peyton Lacombe will trigger the ball in to Evan McKinley. McKinley now to Levi Lehman. Levi will dish it back to Lacombe. Coach Shank said that this will be the best defensive team the Orioles play. There's a dunk! Right there, sisters! A dunk by Peyton Lacombe. That brings the crowd to their feet. Ludington now trails 17-16. And as I was saying, Coach Shank said this will be the best defensive team the Orioles play since they played Muskegon Reese Puffer the opening game of the season.
He took that with a guy on him and dunked it.
That was with authority, a two-handed stuff by Peyton Lacombe. 2:07 to go. Ludington trails by a point, make that 3 points. As Josh Burnham gets the bucket, Traverse City Central up 19-16. 1:56 to go in the opening half. Lacombe will work it into Lehman. Benny Lehman now back out to Riley Calhoun.
That was his dunk of the year right there with somebody on him. That was pretty.
Calhoun now over to Lehman. To McKinley. Evan McKinley give and go there to Lehman. Ben Lehman, nice move. Oh, he's going to be called for the travel. And I didn't see the travel there again, Cassie. That's the same official that called that phantom travel earlier on the Orioles.
I'm not seeing it either. And they keep, if they're going to call it, you got to adjust.
Ludington trails 19-16, 1:30 to go in this opening half. Orioles were up 9-8 at the end of the first 8 minutes of play. Trojans on the attack. Carson Bordeaux with it. Bordeaux, nice give and go. Wide open for Traverse City Central was Peyton Smith. He gets the easy bucket. Looks like one of the Oriole defenders missed an assignment right there. Ludington trails 21-16. Porter, God! Three-pointer for Braden Porter. Ludington's cut the Trojan lead down to 2 now, 21-19. 58 seconds to go in this opening half. Peyton Smith with it in the corner. Three-pointer, good. Nailing the three was Henry Goldcool. Traverse City Central 24, Ludington 19. Braden Smith with the ball. I'm sorry, Braden Porter, and ill-advised pass there by Porter. Traverse City Central's defense closed quickly, and that Bordeaux picked it off. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebound, Riley Calhoun. Calhoun will give it up now to Plamondon. Now back to Porter. 26 seconds to go in this opening half. Ludington trails 24-19. Porter to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun will give it up to Plamondon. 13 seconds. Plamondon back to Porter. 10 seconds remain. Ludington better get it in gear. 6 seconds. Now Porter has the ball stolen, and Ludington's not going to get a shot off. Yeah, they do, but it's no good. And your score at the half from Hawley Gym, the Traverse City Central Trojans 24, the Ludington Orioles 19. Back in 60 seconds here on the Orioles Sports Network.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future projects. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Welcome back to Hawley Gymnasium. Ludington trails Traverse City Central 24-19 at the break. Orioles were outscored by the Trojans 16-10 in that second quarter after outscoring Traverse City Central 9-8 in the first 8 minutes of play. We want to thank Pure Marquette Builders, our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Pure Marquette Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. PM Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. Looking to build, give Scott a call to set up an appointment. 231-398-7463. Kazzy with the halftime stats.
For the Orioles, Peyton Lacombe had 6 points. Braden Porter, 6 points. Jake Plamondon, 1 point. Benny Lehman, 3 points. Evan McKinley, 3 points. They were 5 for 8 from the free throw line for their 19 points. For Traverse City, Henry Goldkuhl, 9 points. Peyton Smith, 2 points. Carson Bordeaux, 2 points. Carson Briggs, 2 points. Josh Burnham, 4 points. Caden Warner, 2 points, and George Goldkuhl, 3 points. They didn't shoot a free throw.
Traverse City Central came into this game 8-3 on the season. They're 2-2 in that tough Big North Conference. Their only losses this year coming to Cadillac in overtime, 47-41. They also lost to Conference foe Petoskey, 58-52, and their third loss coming to Class A or Division I power Lansing Everett by the score of 74-70. Of course, Lansing Everett, the school where Magic Johnson graduated from. Again, we thank PM Builders, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. They construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. If you're looking to build, give Scott a call to set up an appointment. 231-398-7463. Look at this TC Central team, Kazzy. They pass the ball well. They pass it quickly. They hit the three-pointer, and they also got some tall timbers on the inside. They can play the inside and the outside game.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the refs are going to let them get away with any roughness out there, so I don't know who that benefits, but it's a close game, so they're both playing to what the referee are letting them do.
Ludington trails 24-19 at the intermission. We're going to step aside. And when we return in 60 seconds, we'll have more of the PM Builders halftime show right here on the Orioles Sports Network.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future products. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Welcome back to Hawley Gymnasium. Ludington trails Traverse City Central 24-19 at the half. You're watching the OSN, the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports. A few shout-outs. I'd like to send a shout-out to Lisa McKinney. Also to, Lisa says, we love the dunk. Thanks, Peyton. So exciting. Also to Truth Quest History. Greetings. Okay, that's coming out from Michelle Howard. She said, watching from Jupiter, Florida, but lived in Ludington as a girl. Loved it. My son, Shane Miller, is an assistant coach for Traverse City Central. Okay, he knew I'd love to watch the game because of my fondness for Ludington. Glad to be here. Blessings, Michelle Howard. Well, Michelle, thanks for tuning in to the OSN. I talked with your son before the game when I got the TCC starting lineup, and he asked how you could get the game. I told him all the procedure about going on to the Oriole Sports Network live page and ask him to join group, folks, and that's all you got to do is do that, and you'll be able to watch any telecast that the OSN does for future Ludington sporting events. We want to thank McGee Insurance Group, your number one Oriole fans, Auto Owners Insurance Group, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, no problem, people. Visit McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area school sports. Also, a shout-out to IRCAs. They have been Ludington's source of Chevrolet, Buick, and certified pre-owned vehicles for 99 years. Customer satisfaction before, during, and after the sale is what has set us apart from other dealerships for 4 generations, and we're working on the 5th. IRCAs are excited to root on the Orioles for yet another great year. Let's go O's. And Brenda's Harborfront Cafe on South James Street in Ludington, serving all your favorites, including their popular Swedish pancakes, country fried steak, and the country skillet, open 363 days a year, 5 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and 6 a.m. on Sundays. That's Brenda's Harborfront Cafe in beautiful downtown Ludington. The Orioles trail the Trojans at the break, 24-19. We're going to step aside, and when we return in 60 seconds, more with the PM Builders Oriole Halftime Show on the Oriole Sports Network.
Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee. A caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all your insurance needs.
Hey Oriole sports fans, our team here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, here to support you listening to the Oriole Sports Network.
Go O's!
Welcome back to Venerable Hawley Gymnasium. The Orioles trail the Traverse City Central Trojans by the score of 24-19. You're checking out the PM Builders halftime show. We'd like to thank Western Land Services. The team at WLS has been bringing land, energy, and people together in our community and across the nation for over 40 years by creating great local jobs and working with other U.S. companies to provide clean, safe domestic energy. We are employee-owned and proud of it. Check out our employment opportunities and great set of benefits on our website at www.westernnls.com. Western Land Services, proud to sponsor Ludington High School sports. Go O's. Cassie, that was Peyton Lacombe's 6th dunk of the season. You feel it was his best dunk, and I rate it right up there as well, along with that baseline jam he had back at Hawley Gym before the new year got here. I'm trying to think who that was against.
Yeah, I don't remember right offhand, but with a guy on him, he went in and showed his force when he wants to. I think he got tired of being a little elbow in the chest every once in a while. He decided he was taking her to the hoop, and he did.
Let's hope the Orioles can stay aggressive like that in the second half. I'd like to thank Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street in downtown Scottville, a family-owned and operated business since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist, 231-757-3368. Getting ready for the tip-off here. I should say for the second half to start. We don't have the old traditional tip-off, and we haven't had that for some years. Ludington trails 24-19. Again, we thank PM Builders, our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Ludington JVs lose their game 43-31. Ludington boys currently 7-2 on the season. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now, but they got their work cut out for them here in the second half, Cassie.
Yeah, what I didn't like is the disparity in fouls. It usually comes back to even up, and that doesn't look good for the Orioles then. But if they keep calling the game the same way, it shouldn't make any difference.
The only thing I didn't like with the officiating in the first half, a couple of questionable traveling violations on the Orioles. Ludington with the basketball, and here we go. Second half has begun. The Orioles trail 24-19. Braden Porter with the ball, now to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun wears number 2. He'll give it up to Plamondon. Now over to McKinley. McKinley to Porter to Plamondon on the far baseline. Lacombe with it now. Lacombe will take the 3. Good! Peyton Lacombe hit the 3. Looked like he got hacked there, Cassie. No call, but we'll take the three-pointer, and the Ludington trails now by just 2, 24-22. Trojans on the attack. Bordeaux with it. He'll give it up. Open three-pointer. Good. Henry Goldcool and the Orioles have got to put a body on him. They're leaving Goldcool open too much, and he's nailing the 3.
He's too good a shooter.
Yeah. We got a timeout on the floor. Ludington trails 27-22. It's a 30-second timeout called by the Orioles. We'd like to thank Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the road. But if you do end up with a scrape, if you're in a fender bender or with major collision damage, call Mike Benedict, 231-613-4111. Mike also reminds you that it is your choice when it comes to selecting a car repair business, and that you can go where you desire to have your vehicle repaired. Benedict's Auto Center, now located at their new location at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. I was just out there earlier today and visited with Mike Benedict at his new location. Ludington's basketball. Porter with it. Orioles down by 5, 27-22. Porter into the corner to Calhoun. Riley Calhoun to Plamondon. Now to Porter. Porter will take the 3. No good. Rebound to the Trojans. Coming away with it was Carson Briggs. Now to Goldcool. They'll work it back to Briggs. Back to Goldcool. He'll take the jumper. No good. And we're going to have a foul called, I believe, on Braden Porter, as he was undercutting the Trojan right there.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Coach Thad Shank calls out Seattle defense for the Orioles. Briggs with it. Now to McCoon. Goldcool. Smith down the lane. Shot is good, and he's fouled. Trojans, their biggest lead of the game, 29-22. Foul called. Who they get on that, Plamondon? No, foul called on Riley Calhoun. Smith's free throw is good, and the Orioles now trail by 8 points, 30-22. Braden Porter will bring the ball up for Ludington, now over to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun back to Lacombe. Peyton Lacombe. Now he's going to be called for the travel. That's that same official who's called all of these traveling violations.
Well, he might have got that one right.
6:10 to go. The Orioles trail 30-22. Peyton Smith with the ball. He'll get it ahead now to Bordeaux. Goldcool. Goldcool loses it. Calhoun had it momentarily, but getting the ball back is Bordeaux. Bordeaux, a little give and go, and they'll work it inside. The shot is up, no good. Shot was put up there by Carson Briggs. They're going to get Jake Plamondon for the foul now. You had a pretty good premonition there, Cassie, what you said with the fouls thus far. Briggs free throw in and out, no good. Second attempt by Carson Briggs is good. Traverse City Central 31, Ludington 22. Porter to McKinley. Now to Lacombe. Lacombe out of bounds. That will be Oriole basketball. Boy, he tried to get that ball into Plamondon, and you had three Traverse City Central Trojans collapsing on Plamondon.
Yeah, it wasn't a good place to go right then.
Ball goes out of bounds off the Trojans. Plamondon has it now on the pass from Porter. Calhoun open underneath, up and in. Nice pass there from Riley Calhoun to Peyton Lacombe. Ludington down by 7, 31-24, 5:26 to go, third quarter. Goldcool with it. He'll take the 15-footer. Good. Henry Goldcool gets the bucket, and Traverse City Central back up by 9, 33-24. Calhoun with it. He'll dish it back to Plamondon. Three-pointer by Porter. No good. Rebound to the Trojans. Porter took that shot. No Orioles underneath the glass.
Nobody close.
Peyton Smith now. And just a little 6-foot jumper right there by Tyler McCoon. Now the Trojans up by 11, 35-24. 4:41 to go in this third quarter.
We need to get Riley going.
Nice move by Lacombe. His shot no good. He underlaid it. And here come the Trojans. Peyton Smith with it. Smith to Briggs. Briggs loses out of bounds, and the Trojans are going to retain possession. Kyle Barnett, number 12, and number 44, Brad Mesher, will check into the Oriole lineup. You're right, Riley Calhoun Orioles have not been able to get him going tonight. We got a full timeout here on the court. Ludington trails 35-24. Back in 60 seconds here on the Orioles Sports Network.
Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee. A caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all your insurance needs.
Hey, Orioles sports fans. Our team here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, here to support you listening to the Oriole Sports Network.
Goals!
Welcome back to Holly Gym. The Ludington Orioles trail the Traverse City Central Trojans 35-24. We want to thank Aaron Doan Insurance Agency. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Visit the Aaron Doan Insurance Agency, 3408 West US 10 in Ludington, next to Muffler Man and just east of Urca's and Watson's. Call 231-757-3115 or visit LudingtonInsurance.com. Orioles just have not been able to get into any good continuity or flow in this ball game, Cassie.
Well, Traverse City's probably the cause of some of that.
Well,
their height, I think, is bothering the Orioles a little bit, and they shouldn't let it.
You can say that again. And Coach Shanks said these Traverse City Central Trojans would be the best defensive team that the Orioles have played since the opening game of the year at Muskegon Reese Puffer. Nice pass. Basket is missed, however, by Tyler McCoon, and Porter has it now for the Orioles. 4:08 to go. The Orioles trail by 11. Porter Took that one in the paint, and then he banged it off of a Trojan. I guess he felt the shot was going to be blocked, Cassie.
It was going to be.
He'll get the ball in to Peyton Lacombe. Lacombe now, ball deflected right there. Lacombe gets it back, and he'll dish it now to Barnett. Barnett. The Porter now over to Lacombe, to Plamondon in the paint. Big Jake, nice move. Shot's no good, but he's fouled. And he'll shoot 2. 3:38 remaining in the third quarter. The Orioles trail by 11, 35-24. OSN's next telecast will be Friday from Muskegon Orchard View. It'll be a girls-boys Lakes 8 Conference doubleheader, 5:40 with the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame, 6 o'clock with the tip-off from Muskegon Orchard View this Friday. Plamondon's free throw in and out, no good. Oriole free throws continue to haunt them. I should say lack of free throws. Plamondon's second attempt is up and good. Orioles trail now 35-25, 10-point deficit. With the ball, Peyton Smith for Traverse City Central. He'll get it to Bordeaux, now to Smith, back to Bordeaux. Now over to Goldcool. Goldcool to Bordeaux. Bordeaux gives it up to Goldcool. He'll fake the 3. Now he'll dish it to McCoon. This is a solid Traverse City Central team. Finding it hard to believe, Cassie, they've lost 3 games this year.
Yeah.
One of their losses to Cadillac, 47-41 in overtime. Cadillac undefeated, both the Cadillac boys and girls teams, and that is a team that's going to be in Ludington's district. We'll have Cadillac coming up here in a week and a half or so. Week and a half, 2 weeks. Into the Oriole lineup, 24, Ben Lehman. Also number 44, Brad Mesher. There's a deflection, but the ball goes right back to Traverse City Central. 3:04 to go. Layup missed right there. Rebound by Lacombe. And here come the Orioles. McKinley. He'll dish it now to Calhoun. Three-pointer. Way off the mark there. And the Trojans with the basketball. With the ball, Peyton Smith. Bordeaux. Back to Smith. He'll take the 3. Good. 13-point Trojan lead now. Nobody out on him.
Nope.
Traverse City Central says, if you're not going to put a defender on me, I'll take the 3. Calhoun, his shot's underlaid, rebounded the Trojans. This is the most out of sync I've seen the Orioles since their week 1 loss to Muskegon Reese Puffer. Bordeaux with it. Now back to Goldcool. Back to Bordeaux. 2:01 remaining in the third quarter. Traverse City Central 38, Ludington 25. Henry Goldcool, they'll work it in, and now we're going to have a foul, and it's going to be called on foul called on Peyton Lacombe. Into the Trojans lineup. Number 30, Caden Warner. Number 23, Josh Burnham. And number 1, Carson Hall. Orioles were down just 24-19 at the half. Now they're down by 13, 38-25. Goldcool. We'll give it back now to Peyton Smith. I'm sorry, that's Bordeaux. Bordeaux shot no good, but he's going to be fouled by Peyton Lacombe. Complete opposite from the first half, just as you were worried about with the fouls. Something about this end, Cassie.
Yeah.
Bordeaux's free throw is good. Traverse City Central 39, Ludington 25. Bordeaux, second attempt is in and out, no good. Rebound to Lacombe. 14-point lead for the Trojans. Here come the Orioles. Calhoun with it. Calhoun give and go there to Lehman. His shot's good. And again, I do not see the travel there. They're going to call a travel on the Orioles. No basket.
Well, we've been outscored 15-1 in the third quarter.
Well, the Orioles are down 24-19 at the half. It's 39-25 now. There's a kick ball right there. So we've been outscored. We've scored 6 points in this third quarter. Not enough, though, against this TC Central team. There'll be a turnover there.
My bad, and my math is terrible.
Usually you're the one I can count on for the math. McKinley with it. Now over to Peyton Lacombe. It happens at times. McKinley now. 55 seconds to go in this third quarter. Riley Calhoun has the ball. Calhoun, he'll dish it back now to McKinley. Evan McKinley. We have a foul going against Traverse City Central. Just their second team foul of this third quarter. Ludington's. Now we're going to have an offensive foul called
Peyton Lacombe.
On Peyton Lacombe. Peyton's got to be getting awfully frustrated out there. As you said, Cassie, TC Central is getting pretty physical with them. .35 seconds left in this third quarter. It's been all TC Central in the third. They lead 39-25, and they have the basketball. There's a steal. Porter with the steal. The shot's up and in. Trojans 39, Orioles 27. Now a ticky-tack foul is going to be called on Braden Porter. Boy, I've seen they've let a lot of things go that have not been called, and they're going to call that one now. At the free throw line for the Trojans, number 23, Josh Burnham. Free throw is no good. Rebound, however, to the Trojans. Burnham, his shot is good. Body's bouncing all over in the paint right there. 4 seconds to go. Porter, Calhoun, three-pointer, no good. And at the end of three from Hawley Gym, your score, the Traverse City Central Trojans 41, Ludington Orioles 27. Back in 60 seconds here on the OSN.
The team at Western Land Services have been bringing land, energy, and people together in our community and across the nation for over 40 years by creating great local jobs and working with other U.S. companies to provide clean, safe domestic energy. We are employee-owned and proud of it. Check out our employment opportunities and great set of benefits on our website at www.westernls.com. Western Land Services is proud to sponsor Ludington High School sports. Go O's!
Welcome back to Hawley Gym. Ludington outscored by the Trojans 17-8 in that third quarter. They now face a 41-27 deficit. The Orioles trailed 24-19 at the half. They were up 9-8 after the first 8 minutes of play. Traverse City Central basketball to begin the fourth quarter. here at Hawley Gym. You're watching the OSN, a bird's eye view of local sports. Bordeaux with it for the Trojans. He'll dish it now to Burnham. Burnham shot up and in. Nice move there by Josh Burnham. Ludington trails 43-27. Porter with it now. He'll give the ball up to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun to Porter. Porter has the ball knocked away. Now over to Calhoun. Calhoun, McKinley, three-pointer. Good! Evan McKinley with the three in front of the student section. Orioles now trail by 13, 43-30. Hopefully that ignites the offense. With the ball for the Trojans, Caden Warner. He'll give it now to Burnham. Burnham to Bordeaux. Bordeaux to Carson Hall. Now to Warner. They'll work it down in. Nice pass. Shot up and in by Caden Warner, and another foul called on the Orioles. 15-point lead now for the Trojans. This official that just called that, I think that's the first foul he's called tonight. He looks like Lions general manager Bob Quinn. Any new shout-outs? Free throw is up and in there by Caden Warner. Shout out to Carol Davey. She says, go O's, watching the Orioles and grandson Evan McKinley from Lakeland, Florida. Dakota Petsak, also David Buskirk. Kathy Funk, and let's see, Fran Schuba. That's Coach Travis Schuba's mom. And so it looks like Coach Schuba's sister has joined the OSN telecast from Linden, Michigan. So hello to Trina Metzger, watching the Orioles Sports Network. Traverse City Central up 46-30, 6:37 to go in the game. Plamondon to Lehman, his shot up and in. Good power move there by Joshua Lehman. I'm sorry, by Levi Lehman. Gets the bucket. We got a full timeout on the court. Ludington trails 46-32. You're watching the Orioles Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We're your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call owner Matt Ewing or glass installation specialist Mark Cooper at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. Ludington Paint and Glass is proud to support Oriole basketball.
Orioles trail 46-32. Welcome back to the OSN. Traverse City basketball, ball batted out of bounds, be Trojan basketball. We want to thank Watson's of Ludington, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. People Selection Price, located at 3632 US 10. That's Watson's of Ludington. Oriole fans, be sure and wear your Ludington Oriole logo gear to receive friends and family pricing at Watson's. With the ball for the Trojans, 23, that's Josh Burnham. Now we have an over and back violation on the Trojans. Let's see if the Orioles can get something going right here. 6:11 to go in this ball game. Porter with the basketball. He'll give it up now to McKinley. Over to Levi Lehman. Lehman to Riley Calhoun. Calhoun now to McKinley. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound kept alive right there, and it ends up in Riley Calhoun's hands. 5:46 to go. The Orioles trail 46-32. Nice move by Calhoun. Shot is no good, but he's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. We want to thank Ludington Paint and Glass. They've been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint. The local source for all your painting projects. Calhoun's first free throw is good. Riley's first point of the night. Give either owner Matt Ewing or glass installation specialist Mark Cooper a call, 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at www.ludingtonpaint.com. On the floor for the Orioles right now, Levi Lehman, Jake Plamondon, Riley Calhoun, Braden Porter, and Evan McKinley. Calhoun's second attempt is in and out, no good. Rebound to Peyton Smith. Bordeaux with it. To Smith, back to Bordeaux. Bordeaux guarded there by Riley Calhoun. Bordeaux still with it. Now over to Goldcool. Goldcool back out on top to Peyton Smith. Smith now to McCord. I'm sorry, that's McCoon. Henry Goldcool. Now to Bordeaux. Back to Goldcool. Goldcool's going to go baseline. Nice move. Shot no good. Rebound up no good there by Peyton Smith. Rebound to Big Jake Plamondon. 4:53 to go in the game. Plamondon still with it. Big Jake powering his way in. Three-point attempt by McKinley. It's going to be off the mark. And ball kept alive. And coming up with it is Porter. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Bordeaux. Ludington has just been stone cold from the floor tonight.
Yeah.
With the ball, Briggs. Nice pass inside, up and in. Tyler McCoon with the basket. Traverse City Central 48, Ludington 33. Plamondon with it. Plamondon over to Braden Porter. Porter shot blocked right there. Here come the Trojans. Carson Bordeaux, 5'10" sophomore. Good ball handler. He's going to be fouled by Riley Calhoun. Ben Lehman getting set to check into the Oriole lineup along with Peyton Lacombe. At the free throw line for the Trojans, number 11, Carson Bordeaux.
In the double bonus now.
Bordeaux's free throw is good. 49-33, Trojans up. We want to thank McGee Insurance Group, your number one Oriole fans. Auto Owners Insurance Group, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, no problem, people. Visit McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington Area School Sports. Bordeaux gets both free throws, and the Trojans have a 17-point lead, 50-33. Plamondon, three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Henry Goldcool. Goldcool, ball deflected right there, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Oriole basketball. Porter has it. 3:28 to go in the game. Porter to McKinley on the far baseline. Now Evan McKinley will get the ball back to Braden Porter. Porter still with it now to Jake Plamondon, over to Peyton Lacombe. Trojans are loving this because the Orioles are chewing up a lot of time right now, Cassie. Ben Lehman has it. Lehman now to McKinley, over to Plamondon. Jake Plamondon, he'll dish it now to Lacombe, back to Plamondon. Lehman, now McKinley. Plamondon, three-pointer, no good. Rebound kept alive momentarily by Lehman, but it ends up in the hands of Carson Briggs. Now over to Peyton Smith. Traveling violation called on the Trojans. That's the first time I've seen a traveling violation called on TCC tonight. And it's called by that same official. He bears a striking resemblance to Bart Estola.
We're just not getting the ball when Peyton's down inside calling for the ball. We don't have anybody that can get the ball to him.
Brad Mesher checks into the Oriole lineup, as does Riley Calhoun.
There was a pick.
Now ball's batted away right there. Or a kick ball violation on the Trojans. They lead 50-33. Ludington's got to get some instant offense right now, or that 6-game winning streak is going to be a thing of the past. Braden Porter gets it into Lacombe. His shot, good. Peyton Lacombe with the bucket. He leads the Orioles tonight with 13 points. They trail by 15, though, 50-35. 2:07 to go in this ball game. With the ball for the Trojans, 22, Tyler McCoon. No, wing it around right now. Bordeaux has it. Goldcool. His shot, no good, but he's going to draw the foul. We want to thank Western Land Services. The team at Western Land Services have been bringing people, land, energy. Let me start that over, folks. The team at Western Land Services have been bringing land, energy, and people together in our community and across the nation for over 40 years by creating great local jobs and working with other U.S. companies to provide clean, safe domestic energy. We are employee-owned and proud of it. Check out our employment opportunities and great set of benefits on our website, www.westernNLS.com. Western Land Services, proud to sponsor Ludington High School sports. Go O's. First free throw up and in by Goldcool. Coach Thad Shank is going to get some players some playing time right now. Into the lineup, number 52, Parker Lacombe. He is a senior. Number 34, Ty Winchesky. He is a junior. Second free throw also good by Goldcool. Also in the lineup, number 5, Nick Patterson. He's a junior.
32nd.
Number 15, the mini microwave, Marcus Vela. And number 21, Mitch Fessler. Fessler, a junior. The mini microwave is a senior. Timeout called by the Trojans. They're up 52-35. And we want to send a shout out to Brenda's Harbor Cafe. Brenda's Harbor Cafe on South James Street in Ludington, serving all your favorites, including their popular Swedish pancakes, country fried steak, and the country skillet. Open 363 days a year, 5 a.m. Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. on Sundays. That's Brenda's Harborfront Cafe in beautiful downtown Ludington. Nick Patterson with the ball. Patterson now to Mitch Fessler. Fessler will be called for the travel, and the Trojans will get the ball right back. Traverse City Central with the basketball. Mitch Stocknick has it. Stocknick in the lane. He'll dish it now. Shot put up and no good there by Ned Milne, who's checked into the game. Milne, a 6'4" junior. Now a foul is going to be called on Ty Winchesky. Ty got his money's worth on that one, Cassie. He got up in the air right there. Ty showing some good springs.
Get hurt that way,
yeah.
though.
We want to thank Lundquist Furniture, another of our fantastic sponsors. West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street in downtown Scottville, a family-owned and operated business since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist, 231-757-3368. First free throw is up, no good there. Ludington trails 52-35, 1:10 to go in the ball game. Second attempt is up and good. That was George Goldcool getting one of two free throws. Mitch Fessler with the ball. Fessler wears 21. He'll give it back now to Nick Patterson. Patterson now to Fessler. Mitch Fessler down the lane. Shot is up and in. Mitch Fessler. Pretty shot right there. Puts up the running floater teardrop in the lane. Kisses it off the glass. And he's on the scoreboard. Ludington trails 53-37. 36 seconds to go. Ned Milne with the ball. Three-point attempt is up. No good there by Mitch Stocknick. And now the mini microwave has the ball. Marcus Vela. Be sure and stay tuned to the Smith and Eddy post-game show here on the Oriole Sports Network. We'll be talking to Oriole head coach Thad Shank. Nick Patterson has the ball for the Orioles. He wears number 5. Over to Ty Winchesky. They'll work it in now to Lacombe. And now Fessler will be called for the travel. "17 seconds remain. Ludington trails 53-37. Orioles are going to suffer their third loss of the season. They will be 7-3 after tonight. Still a perfect 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference with a big game coming up Friday at Muskegon Orchard View. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. There's the buzzer. And your final score from Hawley Gym. The Ludington Orioles fall tonight to the Traverse City Central Trojans 53-37. You're watching the Oriole Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Kyle with Safe Harbor Credit Union. We're excited to work with these student athletes in the classroom, teaching financial literacy and watching them excel on the football field. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, it's true when we say your success is our success and that we belong to you, because we are you. When you join Safe Harbor Credit Union, you're joining a new family to look after your financial future. Think local, think Safe Harbor. Go Orioles!
This is Adam Johnson with Safe Harbor Credit Union, and we are excited to partner with the Oriole Sports Network as a Platinum Gold sponsor. Safe Harbor Credit Union, located at 1200 East Tinkham Avenue, and is home of the free 3% Kasasa cash checking account. If you're not a member, it's never been easier to join. Our friendly staff are huge supporters of Oriole sports, and we will be supporting the Orioles on and off the field.
Brenda's Harbor Cafe on South James Street in beautiful downtown Ludington serves all your favorites, including their popular Swedish pancakes, country fried steak, and the country skillet. Open 363 days a year, 5 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and 6 a.m. on Sundays. Let's listen to why so many folks enjoy stopping by Brenda's.
We come down to Brenda's Harbor Cafe every Sunday for our social hour. Great food, great atmosphere. Come on down.
Whenever we have visitors from out of town, nobody has to ask me where I want to go for breakfast. Brenda's. Go Orioles.
Come to Brenda's. Brenda's #1 breakfast in town, just like the Orioles, #1.
Brenda's is always great food. They're #1. Go Orioles.
Brenda supports Oriole basketball. Come on down for breakfast or lunch. Go Orioles.
Smith and Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee. A caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith and Eddy handle all your insurance needs.
Hey Oriole sports fans, our team here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, here to support you listening to the Oriole Sports Network.
Go Orioles!
Welcome back to Hawley Gymnasium, where the Ludington Orioles have their 6-game winning streak snapped by the Traverse City Central Trojans by the score of 53-37. We want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Cassie, Coach Shank had said this would be the best defensive team the Orioles would play since they opened up against Muskegon Reese Puffer. And, you know, Coach Shank, you always can trust what he says. It's always the gospel.
Yeah, that's true. They were a lot bigger than us and just as quick as us. And that seemed to be the best team we've played all year.
Ludington had a 9-8 lead after the first quarter. However, they were outscored 16-10 in the second quarter. They trailed 24-19 at the half. Traverse City Central came out, outscored the Orioles 17-8 in the third quarter, built their lead to 41-27. And in the fourth quarter, the Trojans outscored the Orioles 12-10. They win 53-37. Ludington now 7-3 overall on the year, 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. Traverse City Central improves to 9-3 overall, 2-2 in that Big North Conference. You've got to ask yourself, how good are the Cadillac Vikings, one of the teams that have defeated Traverse City Central? Cadillac defeated them in overtime, 47-41. The other losses this year for the Trojans have come to Petoskey, 58-52, and also to Lansing Everett by the score of 74-70. You're watching the OSN, the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports. Scoop Hansen, along with Cassie Castoni, Abby Rodriguez, and Trey Wenzel. Our next telecast will be this Friday night from Muskegon Orchard View, the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show on at 5:40. Tip-off scheduled for 6 p.m. That's a girls-boys Lakes 8 Conference doubleheader. The Ludington Orioles and the Muskegon Orchard View Cardinals. Two huge games, Cassie, both for our girls and for our boys. Which boys team is Ludington going to get Friday night? Are they going to get the Jekyll or the Hyde team from Orchard View? Because Orchard View, they have had some very impressive outings this year, and they have a player by the name of Keontae Barnes who's had at least 2, if not 3, 40-point nights.
Yeah, you don't know if Orioles can pressure him and just get him a little outside his range. It makes a big difference in how he scores.
Cassie with the stats.
For the Orioles, Peyton Lacombe had 13, Riley Calhoun 1, Porter 9, Jake 1, Benny Lehman 3, Levi 2, Evan McKinley 6, and Mitch Fessler 2 for their 37
You
points.
look at Peyton Lacombe of his 13, Cassie, 2 points on a beautiful, monstrous two-handed slam dunk.
Yeah.
For Traverse City Central, still waiting for Coach Shank.
Henry Goldcool had 14, Peyton Smith 8, Bordeaux 7, McCoon 4, Briggs 3, Burnham 8, Warner 5, and George Goldcool 4.
Folks, you can check out the scoring by quarter, individual stats, and scores of interest a little bit later tonight on the Oriole Sports Network page. Coach Thad Shank, that's Trey Wenzel who's joined us right now, our OSN cameraman. Again, the Orioles fall 53-37. And again, our next broadcast this Friday, Lakes 8 Conference girls-boys varsity doubleheader from Muskegon Orchard View. At this time, we're going to step aside, and when we return, hopefully Coach Shank will be here. Ludington falls 53-37. Actually, no, we're not going to step aside yet. Coach Shank is joining us right now. Cassie's giving him the headset. Coach Thad Shank, your team's 6-game winning streak snapped tonight by a very tall and a very talented Traverse City Central team. You told me, Scoop, this is going to be the best defensive team we have seen since Muskegon Reese Puffer, and you were dead on with your...
Yeah, physical, strong, well-coached, really hard to score on in the half court. I thought we did a great job getting out in transition early in this game and being able to play against a disorganized defense a little more. As the game slowed down and we were playing in the half court over there, it was hard for us to score a lot tonight. And, like I said, I knew that coming in. I don't know, if our kids necessarily recognize that. Since the Puffer game, we haven't really played anybody who was great on defense. Zeeland East was pretty good on defense, but we had one of those nights where we just shot the living crap out of the ball. And, this needs to be a wake-up call for us offensively, how we need to be able to execute. It's been easy for us to score this year without having to do very much. Well, we ran into a team who defensively, is going to force you to do a lot to get the ball to the rim and be able to score. And we just weren't up to the challenge tonight, but it's a good learning experience, and if we can take from it, that's a positive.
You look at the roster, Coach, 7 players who are listed. I'm saying listed because, how sometimes they fudge the height a little bit, but 7 players listed at 6'4" or taller for Traverse City Central. And your boys had a tough time working the ball inside tonight. It was one of those nights where you just weren't hitting the three-pointer. You were led tonight by Peyton Lacombe with 13. And you look at all of it, through all of it, you were only down 24-19 at the break. So you were still in good shape.
I thought we were defensively pretty good till midway through the second quarter, and I tried to change a few things, and we didn't change them very well, and we lost a couple people, and we gave up a couple of easy baskets, and they went in with the lead at halftime. And then the same thing, the beginning of the third quarter, we came out, and, we tried to match up with them and play them a little bit of man-to-man defense, and we got ate up a little bit. And, after that, I thought, if you take away early in the third quarter and the end of the second quarter right there, defensively overall, we were decent. Offensively, like I said, it was tough to score. You got to give them a lot of credit for that.
Well, they're now 9-3 overall in the season. They're 2-2 in the Big North Conference. Your team now 7-3 overall, 4-0 in the Lakes 8 Conference. Your boys have a huge game coming up this Friday against Muskegon Orchard View at their building. Muskegon Orchard View kind of been a Jekyll and Hyde team this year. You don't know which Orchard View team you're going to get. They have a ball player by the name of Keontae Barnes who's went for over 40, I know, on at least 2 occasions this year. So your boys will have their hands full on Friday night.
Yeah, this was a good game to probably prepare us for that. The Barnes kid is an explosive. I mean, he'd probably be the best kid that we've faced this year. He doesn't have the supporting cast that a few of the other teams that we played have. But they're pretty athletic. They had a good year last year, and they feel they got better personnel this year. They only lost a couple kids, and they replaced him from some good athletes on the lower level. So
they're well coached,
yeah,
too.
So that'll be a battle. And we've got, we had big-time help from Muskegon Catholic Central the other day with that. They scored 5 points in the last 13 seconds to erase a 4-point lead and upset West Michigan Christian. If we can go to Orchard View and beat the second-place team in the conference on their floor, that's going to put us in a real good spot the second half of the season.
But absolutely huge, Coach.
But we're going to have to play really, really well. So,
as Coach Shank was talking about, Catholic Central upsetting Muskegon Western Michigan Christian 39-38 this past Friday night. And as you said, it would be absolutely huge to get a win on OV's court. You'll have them back here at Hawley later in the season. Again, taking a look at this TC Central team, Coach, you look at their 3 losses this year. They've lost 2 in their conference. They lost to Petoskey and also Cadillac. And I know the Cadillac loss was 47-41, and that one makes you raise your eyebrow, Coach, because we get Cadillac later, I think another week and a half or so. We play the Vikings, and they're also will be in our district this year. And their only other loss come to Magic Johnson's alma mater, Lansing Everett, by the score of 74-70. So
it just shows us that we got to get better. If we've had teams over the last 4 or 5 years that have continued to get better and really played their best basketball at the end of the season. But you can take a look at those scores and know that Cadillac's in our district and the district is at their place, and you can come to a conclusion in a hurry that you're going to have to get a lot better to be I think we've been a little spoiled these last 3 years, going to the Breslin Center twice. That, there's going to be a lot of work going to be involved between now and the district tournament to make this team or put this team in a situation where they can compete at that level. Now, saying that, like you say, Traverse City Central's not far from being an undefeated team.
Yeah.
They lost to a very good Everett team by 4. they were up by Cadillac 9 or 10 most of the game and missed 6 free throws in the last 2.5 minutes, and Cadillac came back and beat them. But, I think, probably Traverse City Central overall might be a little better basketball team than Cadillac. But, yeah, we got a lot of work to do, and that's why you play these games, so you can understand and recognize that.
And you look at Petoskey, they're a pretty darn good ball club as well. Next Wednesday or next Tuesday, not getting ahead of myself here, Coach, because you got Orchard View Friday, but a week from tonight you get Traverse City West here. And West also will be a very competitive ball game. They fell this past Friday to their rivals, Traverse City Central, by just 2 points, 59-57. First things first, though, Muskegon Orchard View on Friday as we build towards the second half of the season.
Yep. We just got to keep going to work. And that's the thing. This time of year, the teams that can go in the gym for 4 or 5 weeks and get better when it's become a grind and when it's tough to do, and you say, oh, shit, do I want to go in and practice today? Those are the teams that usually reap some rewards at the end or put themselves in a position where they have a chance, and that's what we got to be able to do, and hopefully we can do that and keep getting better. But there's nothing to put our heads down for. We're a 7-3 basketball team. And, we played some pretty good teams, and, we just got to continue to work and get there.
Thanks for coming up,
Thank
Coach.
you.
We'll talk to you on Friday from Muskegon Orchard View. We'll give Cassie back to Seth right there. We're going to step aside, folks, and we will return in 60 seconds with more of the Smith & Eddy post-game show right here on the Orioles Sports Network.
This is Kyle with Safe Harbor Credit Union. We're excited to work with these student athletes in the classroom teaching financial literacy and watching them excel on the football field. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, it's true when we say your success is our success and that we belong to you, because we are you. When you join Safe Harbor Credit Union, you're joining a new family to look after your financial future. Think local, think Safe Harbor. Go Orioles!
This is Adam Johnson with Safe Harbor Credit Union, and we are excited to partner with the Orioles Sports Network as a Platinum Gold sponsor. Safe Harbor Credit Union, located at 1200 East Tinkham Avenue, and is home of the free 3% Kasasa cash checking account. If you're not a member, it's never been easier to join. Our friendly staff are huge supporters of Orioles sports, and we will be supporting the Orioles on and off the field.
Welcome back to the Orioles Sports Network. Scoop Hansen, along with Cassie Castoni, Abby Rodriguez, and Trey Wenzel. A few more shout-outs before we sign off. Max Munn, Ludington Oriole All-Conference offensive lineman, says, go O's. Also, Travis Schuba's fiance is watching the Oriole Sports Network as well. She says, hi, Aaron. Tiffany LaFrance has chimed in. Trina Metzger, thanks for the shout-out. Aaron Prisbilla. Mimi Giles, Prisbilla, also watching from Alpena, Michigan. Hey, Alpena, home of the Wildcats up north. And hopefully the Prisbilla family, I am not butchering your name. If I am, I do apologize. Abigail Kinney has tuned in. Jeru Shuba, she says, hi, Shane from Mom. Also, hi, Mimi Giles, Prisbilla. And thank you, Oriole Sports Network, for your coverage tonight of the ball game between the Ludington Orioles and the Traverse City Central Trojans. You are very welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you've enjoyed this telecast of the Ludington Oriole game against the Traverse City Central Trojans. Yes, and if you do get down this way to the Prisbilla family and the Shuba family, please check out our sponsors that we talked about during tonight's telecast on the Oriole Sports Network. You can also check out the Oriole Sports Network page later this evening, folks. We'll have the scoring by quarters, the individual scoring, and also the scores of interest from the area. That'll be on the Oriole Sports Network page. And with that said, you are watching the OSN, the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports. For my executive producer, executive director, and Ludington Oriole boys varsity head basketball coach Thad Shank, color commentary man, statistician Gary Cassie Castoni, OSN technical engineer, WizKid number 2, Abby Rodriguez, OSN cameraman Trey Wenzel. This is the voice of the Ludington Orioles, play-by-play man Todd Scoop Hansen, saying so long from Venerable Hawley Gymnasium. Once again, your final score, the Traverse City Central Trojans 53, the Ludington Orioles 37. Good night, folks, and we look forward to tuning back in and bringing you the action Friday night from Muskegon Orchard View, 5:40 with the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show, 6 o'clock with the tip-off. Have yourselves a great rest of the week, and so long from the Oriole Sports Network.